Hello, this is Kathy Cassidy and I'm here to do a short and sweet Sunday book club, partly to share some of the lovely books that I was given as presents at Christmas, and partly because I have a little bit of news for you for later as well. So I want to start off by saying Happy New Year to everybody, to my friends, to my readers, to all the people who use the YouTube channel, all the people who share and spread the word. And a very special thank you as well to some of my Facebook friends. On New Year's Eve, I felt a little bit sad that we weren't, for the first time that I can actually remember, we weren't actually going to be sharing New Year's Eve with friends and family. It was just going to be me and Liam. And I got very nostalgic. I was thinking of all the New Year's Eves of the past and all the mad and lovely things that we'd done with all sorts of fabulous friends across the years. And yeah, I just felt a little bit wobbly. And I posted about it on Facebook and I got so many lovely, lovely messages and uplifting kind of bits of motivation and everything. And I felt so much better. And then we did a little FaceTime with some of the friends who hopefully would have been with us this new year if all had gone according to plan and there had been no pandemic. So that cheered me up as well. So thank you to everybody who posted happy things and to all the people, or to the people who were on the little FaceTime thing. It helped a lot. I think things are so different for all of us now. I think it's harder to be locked down or in tier 4 when it's January and when it's cold and sleety and icy outside. But there are lots of things that we can do to cheer ourselves up. And I was thrilled to bits to get lots of book presents for Christmas. I thought I would just share 3 of them with you. And I've tried to choose 3 very contrasting ones, so hopefully to appeal to all kinds of different people, although all 3 of them appeal completely to me. So maybe you will share that sort of feeling, that interest in them as well. The first one is this one. It's called Native, and it says, the subtitle is Life in a Vanishing Landscape. It's by Patrick Lorre. And it's really it's quite a low-key book. It's about a guy who lives in a place called Dumfries and Galloway and works, or he has a kind of moorland farm raising Galloway cattle. And it means a lot to me. I've started reading this and I'm loving it already just because it's about a place that I loved so much. A place I lived for over 20 years, the place my children were born, the place my children were raised, all those things that are about Galloway in this book mean the world to me. So it's fantastic. You know, it's really tapping into my nostalgia, my love of nostalgia. So yeah, it's a perfect book for me. And if you love reading about nature and you love reading about different regions of the UK and wilderness and things like that, or even farming, you would really perhaps enjoy that book. So the next book that I want to show you is a very, I would say not plain, but it's a very beautiful, ornate, gold inlaid cover. It's actually a Folio Society edition, which is a very special edition. It even came in its own slipcase, of a book called The Green Gage Summer by Ruma Godden. And this is given to me by my friend Fiona, and I think is so special to me because I collect old children's books. This is probably an old teenage book, if anything, but it's one of Ruma Godden's book that I have never read before. And it's so beautifully illustrated, fantastic artwork inside. I can't wait to give this book, just to lose myself in it, because I know that that's going to be a world that will help to take me away from all the stress and strain of tier 4 and lockdown. So this is straight to the top, really, of my to-be-read pile. And the last book I wanted to mention, the last gift, was this one. It's called The Puffin Keeper, and it's by Michael Morpurgo, and it was given to me by my son. So thank you, Cal, that was lovely. A perfect choice. And what's interesting, I'd seen this, a friend had mentioned how beautiful this book was on the internet, so I was so curious to know about it. And I am, like a lot of us are, a huge fan of Michael Morpurgo. I've loved so many of his books over the years, but this one is slightly different. It's very, very heavily illustrated and so beautifully illustrated. The illustrator is Benji Davis, and I wanted just to show you some of the artwork inside. I'm just going to show you different bits. I'll flick through, probably won't get... Now, we're very fond of lighthouses in our family. My daughter really, really loves lighthouses. Her dream when she was little was to one day live in a lighthouse. Now, she doesn't live in a lighthouse, but she does live on a boat. So this was a book that she was really interested in. And over the Christmas period, I actually read some of the story out to my daughter. Well, all of the story. It's one of those books that is perfect to read aloud, and it's got 10 short chapters. It's also all about puffins, and I love puffins. They are the coolest of birds, partly because they Puffin is the name of the publisher of all of the books, or all of the books in the UK that I've published up until this point, but also just because they're the cutest birds with lovely stripy beaks and so on. So you can, I'm just flickering through this story and showing you some of the gorgeous artwork. So it's so retro, so vintage looking. That totally grabs me. And some of these, I love this envelope, this addressed envelope with all the picture of the sailing ship and the lighthouse on it, and just so atmospheric and so beautiful. So yeah, this was a great one to read out loud, and a great story, very traditional, very classic, but at the end there is the most fantastic twist in the story, a very, very clever kind of use of imagery. And anybody who has ever been a fan of Puffin books down the years will really like the twist in the tale of this one. I think it was just so cleverly, beautifully done. I'm sending out a little random Certified Amazing Human Being award. Happens to be going to my best friend, who is a teacher, a deputy head teacher and a union rep, and she's part of the union that have decided that teachers should not be forced to go into an unsafe workplace, because with so many areas of the UK in Tier 4 and a new mutation of the coronavirus that is affecting young people much more than the old version, schools maybe are not necessarily the safest place to open straight away until we know a little bit more about this, and until we've got a little bit more going on with the vaccine. So I think that was a very brave and courageous decision by the union. And my friend, she's just awesome. She will always help anybody. She always will stand up for anybody who's in need, or anyone who needs someone to help them out. She would be there. She's also just been the loveliest friend to me through all the years that I've known her, and well deserves that little badge. So if you know anybody who thoroughly deserves one of these, for whatever reason, it can be the craziest reason, might even just be that they need cheering up, let me know, because I still have a few of these left and to give out over the next few weeks. So just drop a comment on the YouTube channel and tell me what you think, and maybe somebody you know and love could get one of those badges too. They're only really for people, I can only really guarantee to send them to people in the UK or Ireland, just because the postage, the postal services aren't always as reliable in other places. But I will do my best. If you know someone who deserves one, just let me know. And I'm going to wind up now, but I just wanted to let you know, smallest piece of news. I've been saying to assorted people who have been saying, please read another book, that I wouldn't. And I kind of had decided I wasn't going to do that. And Puffin, I think it's not, they kind of would rather I take books down from the internet rather than read more of them out for free, because obviously they don't make any money and I don't make any money if you're all just listening. But these are unusual and exceptional times, and I think that we can, if I can read a book out and you can listen to a story for free and escape into it, then that is a good thing. And we didn't necessarily expect that things would be clamping down quite so hard at this point. And I was thinking, well, I said I wouldn't read anything out, but maybe I will. And I decided I would choose a short story that's in this book, Life is Sweet, which is attached to the Chocolate Box Girls series. But this is a series of 6 short stories which are told by the friends and the boyfriends and so on of the sisters in the Chocolate Box series. And the story I've chosen, it's 8 chapters long, so it's just a short reading of 8 chapters over the next 2 weeks really, and it's called Snowflakes and Wishes, and it starts off as a New Year's story, so I thought that was quite appropriate because we're really not very far away from the start of the year, are we? So yeah, and I think a lot of you have had snow as well too. We have, but it's kind of gone now. It's the sleet has chased it away. So there will be some chapters from Snowflakes and Wishes from this book starting on Monday. So if you would like to listen in, just head over to the YouTube channel, do a little subscribe or look out on one of my Facebook pages and follow. And I will hopefully see you then. Take care until then, stay safe and keep smiling, and I'll see you soon.